of Season 3 for the X1 division of the XRL, sponsored by ANS 3D and CD Keys. We're into the business end of the season. 4 rounds to go. And who knows what we've got in store.
And we have no Philip Nilsson either. No Philip Nilsson.
Well, there we go. That is a big, big game changer for this, not just this evening, but for the rest of the season. I think we're at a point now where we might as well just accept that that Nilsson is not gonna be winning the championship this season.
No, the championship's down now. Well, now down to Pav and Zach. I think there's that them two now. And the constructors is basically in the Hassel hands as well.
Yeah.
No, sorry about that,
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You'll have noticed, ladies and gentlemen, that Harry isn't with me in the commentary box this evening. Instead, I have got X2 driver Michael Booker with me. Michael, welcome along this evening.
How you doing, Kenzie? You alright?
Yes, soldiering on as I often do. But
people don't really know me for X1 driver.
Yes,
Zola.
Michael was an X1 driver previously. He has raced in X1 this season on a couple of occasions. So anyway, race bands to inform you guys on what no race bands this evening, but there are a couple of qualifying bands to inform you guys.
Yeah, but that's for X2 races. They're both X2 drivers. They've got them. It's Wise and Anderson, and they'll have to serve them in X2.
Good to know.
Because if you're an X1 driver and you get a qualifying ban in X2, you'll have to serve the qualifying ban in your X1 tier. And if you reserve, if you reserve for another tier and you get the race ban in that tier, you'll get your ban on your actual tier that you're fighting for the championship or competitively for.
So that's why Anderson's out on track at the moment, getting a lap set in, rather than serving the qualifying ban.
Yeah, because he's an X2 driver, he'll serve his ban in X2. So basically, if you get a ban and penalise you, and if you're reserved for another league or tier, your ban would actually affect your championship run in your other tier that you're actually fighting for the championship in. So basically, like any penalties you get will always go towards your main tier that you're actually racing for, not the tier that you're reserving for. Which hopefully makes you behave a bit better when they're reserved for other tiers.
Absolutely. Well, so, let's...
That's that lap now. Anyway, there's some Anderson. Final corner. First lap time. Second lap time he posted.
His teammate Ultimate this evening. So, actually, let's quickly go through the lineup for this evening. We've got Ultimate, Anderson, Danny, Hazel, Sasha,
Irving, and is the replay. Well, Smooth was supposed to be here, but Smooth hasn't turned up either. That's both reserves. So let's see if I'm still coming through. If I'm not, yeah. So Ty's reserving in the Mercedes with Penko. The Ferraris are Wavy's reserving for Mon because Mon's not here, and Ollie is here. Red Bulls are Erdica and Danny, both first full-time drivers. Racing Points is Sasha is here, and Fiend is replacing Mina because Mina's not here. We've got Renault Lowe's coming in to replace Lopez. Lopez can't make it because he's doing the iRacing thing that was overrun.
Yes,
and Hasdell.
Yes, the Daytona 24 Hours.
Yeah. And we just set it up with the McLarens. So we've got Pavs here full time, but Venom's replacing Nilsson. And then AlphaTauri, CJ and Ryan Hurricane are both here. The Hasses are both here, Sack and Wallington. And the Williams is... Oh no, the Alfa Romeo, first is Ledger and Jazzalo, they're both here full time. And the Williams of Ultimates here, but I believe one of his teammates is now. But Anderson's here to replace as a reserve. I just don't know who's the other Williams.
It's meant to be JBL.
Oh, JBL, Mr. Wilson. Yeah, so that's the one. So far, the fastest lap in qualifying 1 is Ultimate with a 1:30.5. Second is Path with a 1:30.8. 9, sorry, no, actually Pascal 9, 1:30.9. But Venom just on to second with a 1:30.8. That could be interesting though. So the constructors might not be over here. If he can actually perform, Venom could pick up some points here. He's in P2 and Q1. Ollie's
Which could be very beneficial
for
very
McLaren.
beneficial for McLaren's.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. So Ollie's in
so,
P4,
right.
the 1:30.2, 1:31.2. Oh, you're
Right,
back in.
right.
Yeah. We're down to P4.
Let's get telemetry up. Let's see who. Let's see who we've got.
Penko's
the only one. He's coming around final corner now. So as Penku comes across the line, CJ's just getting. So we've got full grid this evening. 31-0, about half a second behind Ultimate.
And Sack is coming into sector 2 on the DRS straight. But yeah, so far then we got Ollie's in P5 with a 1:31.2, 6 is Ledger with a 1:31.3, Ties in 7 with a 1:31.6, Anderson 8 with a 1:31.7, Ryan Hurricane 9, 1:32.0, 10 is Erica with a 1:32.0, Danny in 11 with a 1:32.2, Hazel in 12 with a 1:32.7, and Fiend in 13 with a 1:33.1. We're knockout now caught up. Somebody did
Ultimate retires from the session. He's happy with his time.
Hazel's just posted 1:31.8, P9.
That's P9. Good to know. So championship standings. Let's quickly go through those. Top 10 in the drivers' championship heading into this evening's race. We've got Sack at the top, 267 points. Our defending champion. Path, 236 points. Philip Nilsson, 187 points. He's 80 points behind, which means as of tonight, he is out of the championship regardless of what Sack does this evening, because there's going to be he's going to be 80 points behind. He's 80 points behind tonight. You've got 25 points for the race win, plus a point for the fastest lap, 26 points. So that's 78, which can go up to 81 if he gets the cleanest. If he's the cleanest driver without, if he's the cleanest driver of the race.
Yeah, you can't see it that though. You can't see Sack not picking up points in the last 4 races.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much done. Right, just quickly, Sack just posted a 1:30.7 into P2, and Sasha posted a 1:31.0 with P6.
Yeah, Sash will be very happy with that. He'll be definitely determined to make some amends after the drama that we had last week in Japan.
Oh, wrong place,
the rest
wrong
of
time. Yeah.
Yeah. The rest of the championship standings for the top 10. Waddington and 147, Penku 136, Ultimate 98, Ledger 84, Ollie 68, Sasha 55, and Hurricane 43. That's the top 10 in the Drivers' Championship. In the Constructors' Championship, you've got McLaren at the top, 431 points, just 9 points ahead of Haas with 422. Sack retires from the session. He's happy with his time with 30.7. Mercedes, a long way behind, 156. Williams, 155. Racing Point, 151. Alfa Romeo, 151. Ferrari, 144. Alpha Tauri, they're actually off the bottom of the table. Not very often we can actually say that in X1. With 72. Red Bull, defending, they were last season's champions and now they're second to last with 59 points. And Renault, a good point haul in Japan last week. They're on 54 points. They could leapfrog Red Bull this evening, all going to plan.
Yeah, since AlphaTauri now got CG in there as well, I think you'll see them climb quite rapidly as well. Lowe's just posted a 1:32.5 gone to P16, and Jazz has just posted a 1:31.4 and P9. Anyone in the 1:31 is probably safe, in my opinion.
Yeah, Because a low 31s probably.
We're mid
probably,
131. It needs to be a low. Yeah, when
Yeah.
it beats a 131.6. Yeah. Just seen us coming because Wallington's on that now. So is CJ. So yeah, they'll probably bump up, wouldn't they? Waller's just coming in for the essence.
So earlier in the week, we just had our first reveal date announced for the 2021 cars for Alfa Romeo, and that will be February 22nd, just on about a month from now, and that will be, I would imagine, just a few days before pre-season testing gets underway.
Yeah, the pre-season testing is 2 weeks before. Actually, the pre-season testing is actually on the same date as the Australian Grand Prix would have been on. And they're at Bahrain for 2 weeks and before the start of the season. So
because of course Australia has been delayed because with their restrictions in place, the 2-week quarantine wouldn't work for the Formula One establishment. So Waddington's invalidated.
CJ's just behind in the final corner with CJ. But yeah, so basically they normally do free testing in Spain, don't they? But they can't do it in Spain because of COVID. So
yeah,
DP4 130.9.
Which begs the question: where could they do pre-season testing?
Doing it in Bahrain,
if not in.
Oh yeah, they're doing it in Bahrain because Bahrain Grand Prix, they've actually got their own airport and their own hotel that's separate from the city. They just shut it all off. That's why they're doing pre-season testing in Bahrain, because then they're there for 3 weeks. They do a 2-week practice testing, and then the first race of the season's at Bahrain. So that's what they're doing.
That is actually quite clever.
Yeah, Bahrain is actually classed as the safest F1 track for COVID than any other circuit on the calendar, because it's literally got its own little tiny city inside, away from anything else. They're like 20 miles outside of Bahrain, the capital. So they're literally on their own.
Yeah.
So they can just shut it off.
Bit ironic though, given the fact that Lewis tested positive during the double header at that track. Yeah. I was actually watching some of the best overtakes on of the 2020 season on the F1 YouTube channel, and it wasn't really that much. It was really a no-brainer that the overtake George Russell pulled on Bottas on the Sakir layout. It was a no-brainer that was going to be at the top of the list. And as it turned out, folks, how Russell fitted into the Mercedes was he's size 11 boots, I think it is, size 11.
Yeah, he's a 2 size bigger than Hamilton.
Yeah, he had to get size 10 boots just to fit into the car.
Yeah, because the chassis, the footwell for the car is the max is 10, so he literally had to squeeze in that car.
Yeah. Yeah. But despite all the drama that happened during that race for him, with the absolute blunderbuss of a pit stop from the Mercedes crew, on top of the puncture he definitely showed that he does have what it takes to be up there at the top, potentially future world champion. You heard it first here, folks. So in the drop zone at the moment is Danny, Wavy, Low, Fiend, and Waddington. Those Waddington, the only driver you get to set a lap time.
On a corner for Fiend, he is, I'd say, 7 tenths up in the second sector. He's up 9 at the moment. What's it going to be? It's going to be a second up, so that's a 132.1, but P17, so he's still going out as it stands.
He hasn't got much time. He hasn't got that much time to make up in the grand scheme of things, though. He's only got like less than a tenth.
He's got 3 minutes to do it. It's not got enough time though, because by the time he's got a box again, he's not got enough time to box and come back out again.
Unless he's fueled up for another run.
That's the thing, yeah. That's all it's down to now.
Yeah. So I'm just on board with Waddington right now. He's the only driver yet to set a lap time after he invalidated earlier on in this part of the session.
So running Hurricane in P14 at the moment is 4 tenths up in his time, so at the moment he's on the bubble, but he could be putting himself safe. He's looking at a P10 as it stands.
Yeah. So, one of the next week, January 30th, guys. What I'm going to be doing throughout the course of the day is I'm going to be doing a couple of endurance races. Well, somewhat endurance races. I'm going to be doing like some 3-hour races on Project Cars 2 as part of a charity stream to help raise money for a local mental health group that I'm part of. Minds Over Matter. They've been absolutely incredible since they started a couple of years ago. I've just posted a link to the Just Giving page that I've got set up. So if anybody's able to donate anything, that would be much appreciated. And also, I'm also going to be doing a league race on the Saturday night. I'm going to be doing a POV perspective of the opening race of the new season for a Saturday league that I'm part of. I'm going to be doing the first race of the season on board POV as part of the stream as well. The tracks that I'm going to be using for Project Cars 2 are going to be, the first race is going to be at the Nürburgring, the Nordschleife, 140 plus corners, that layout of the Nürburgring. The second race will be at Spa, and then after the Spa race, it'll be the opening race of the league season for me. And then after that race is finished, or if I retire, depending on what comes first, the last race will be, of course, the iconic Le Mans circuit. So I'm going to be starting it at midday, and I'm going to be streaming all the way through until 2 a.m. on Sunday morning. So 14 hours of racing action for you guys to enjoy.
Yeah, so hopefully that goes all well as well. So Waddington posted a 131.0 into P6, and Ryan Hurricane posted a 131.3 now P12. Sai at the moment is a 131.6. He might be through, but it's all down to Hazel and Danny.
Yeah.
They're both on laps, same as Wavy. They're all on laps, and Wavy's 3 tenths.
Danny's coming around the final corner.
Danny's 2 tenths. Not enough. He's out.
He's out.
So Hazel will be the last car, so Wavy's next. Final corner, he's 4 tenths up. It's not going to be enough as it stands.
He's going to overtake Fiend.
He's not.
And 3 thousandths away from safety.
See what Hazel does. He's 2.5 tenths up at the moment. If he put in 131.45, it would put him through. He would be through if he can pull it away.
Wavy will be gutted with that.
Well, it'll make it a bit more nicer if Hazel does beat it as well, then it won't feel so bad.
Yeah, that's true. Here we go. Hazel coming round the last corner.
It's clean, so it's going to be through. Yeah.
He goes 12th.
131.2 P12, so going out is Ty in 16 with a 131.6, 17 is Wavy, 131.6, 18 is Low with a 131.7, 19 is Danny with a 131.8, and 20 is Fiend with a 132.1. Pretty close. So the top 10 is actually separated by, what is separated by this time then?
Just over half a second.
Yeah. Literally 1 second was from 1st to 15th.
And it's not the first time that's happened this season.
Yeah, so there you go. Oh, there you go. Top 14 separated by 8 tenths.
That just shows how close this is going to be heading into the race. It does look a little bit overcast at the moment.
That's the point. We want a weather forecast. We don't have one yet. Can somebody give us a weather forecast, please? Bordeaux, Sack. I know you're watching.
All dry, says Wannington in the chat.
Well, that's boring.
Considering we had rain throughout the whole race in Japan last week.
Yeah, so every race last weekend was wet. Every league race, like from Dev to X1, 2 and 3, all had wet weather in either the qualifying or the race. All four.
Yeah. So, time to see what strategies these guys come out with.
Yeah, it's looking like a one-stopper, but if you do the one-stopper, you've literally got to take the tyres to the end of their life or go on hards. So it's either soft hard or soft medium, or medium soft, or soft hard. But I reckon it's that or a two-stopper, which is soft, medium, soft.
Yeah. So the soft, medium, soft strategy would be ideal if you're going for the fastest lap.
Yeah, the problem is though, if you do the one stop with the medium hard, then you're going to have to literally look at your tyres. They got to go 70-75% on both sets of tyres, which brings in mistakes.
Yeah, that's definitely not gonna be ideal. But of course this track, especially if it's a very hot day like it was in 2018, where we had Kimi Räikkönen's last race win. The tyres do not last long in those hot weather conditions. So of course, top 10 have to start on the tyres they set their fastest lap on in this part of qualifying if they make it into the top 10. Everyone else will have free choice of tyre.
Yeah, so it'll be very interesting to see what people are going to do here, because it only takes a couple of guys, especially being so close in qualifying from Q1, that somebody who goes into softs is going to push everybody to softs. So I've got a funny feeling they might all be qualifying on softs, but we'll see.
It wouldn't surprise me if that were the case. Anderson's already validated as his ultimate.
Yeah, Pav did the same as well, so his lap is done, he's gone in pits.
Yeah. Low in the stream chat, he's very happy that he managed to get a 131 under his belt.
Now you got to get 131, now you got to get 130 flat. I reckon you'll be seeing a 129 for pole here. CJ taking the secret route for the S's. That's one again for him. Just straight line him. They're fine.
Yeah, it does mean that the lap does get invalidated.
Yeah, the nice little curve doom caught the curve and went flying. He went over the second corner but sideways, so it was definitely invalidated. So Sack is going to be the first car to set lap. What's it going to be? It's going to be a 131. Oh, 132.
He's on mediums.
Yep.
30.0 for Penku though.
Straight away beating it again. 132 flat from Ollie.
And Sack just sweeping to the other side of the track to let
look very happy there with the 132 flat as well, but he's on softs. Oh, someone has gone. Let's just take that away. So what we have noticed though around in the partner leagues this week is Sack and Wellington have been getting penalties around here. So
And for
for
Sack especially,
yeah.
for Sack especially, it is very, very uncharacteristic of him to pick up any.
Waller was the one for me. It was the first time I've seen Wellington get a corner cutting penalty of about 6 or 7 races. The pass back out again on mediums. So who was that? Must have been out on socials now then. Oh, big wall there though.
So you mentioned just a moment ago regarding our partner leagues. One of them being PRL and ARL. Oh no, wait, no, that's not.
Yeah.
No, that's not.
Yeah, we got ARL, then PRL, and then EFR.
Yeah, European Formula Racing. Yeah, which is let's say that's the European portion of the XRL for the European drivers.
Yeah,
people
so
like
basically
Sasha and
Central
Minea.
Europe. Yeah, Central and Eastern parts of Europe.
Yeah, and you've also got
PAF 131.7, PAF mediums.
Yeah.
All my poster 131.9, and there's Jazz.
And whoa, hello Jazz. Where did that come from? 31-0 on softs.
Yeah, I think you say there's definitely times better than that though. I reckon if second that go on softs, they can be posting lower than that. Low 130s, I reckon it's looking at. Past them people passed.
So we're gonna be, so one of the things that was discussed in the in our Discord server, folks, is that it's been unanimously agreed that as of this coming week, which will be Mexico, the F2 race we have on a Wednesday evening, they are going to start using the 2020 F2 cars for the remainder of this season and, of course, next season as well. I mean, that was
we just won't be using the
unanimously
high-tech
agreed
team.
on.
Because it's got 22 cars on there and we've got commentators now, so it's going to have maybe missing a team. But yeah.
Yeah. It shouldn't be that difficult to like increase the
This code masters.
the lobby size.
If they change the lobby size, probably the whole server will crash. The way they fix things. We'll probably end up having about 11 or 12 safety cars on track.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. But hopefully with the EA acquisition, that these sort of things will actually get fixed. But of course, EA being EA, they'll find some way to make it worse.
I don't think it can be any worse, to be fair.
EA'll try. EA will try.
I believe Sasha is literally the only car on track that's actually on a lap, but the problem is that they're on old mediums, so now they've invalidated again as well. They're not going to be starting on that, Sasha's going to be going to softs. Legends come out on softs as well, so this is where people are starting to change. This is it.
Yeah, Sasha's in the drop zone as well, so that's definitely going to be cause for concern.
Yeah, so because Penko and Sack are both on the medium stints and now they come out on softs, so that tells you everybody is now going to come out on softs. The only one that might be safe is CJ, but I can't see it if literally like everybody's coming out on softs. Ultimate's also now coming out on softs. It's like 5 cars coming out on softs. So. Let's see if anyone's on that.
Well, Venom's just started another lap.
Yeah, Venom's on the lap now. He's in front of Penko. Penko's the next car. So yeah, Venom and Penko. Got one at the end of the S's and one at the beginning of the S's. So they're both together.
Yeah.
Well, Venom's going to need to be at 131.7 on mediums to have any chance of going through on those mediums.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see if you can pull that off.
Yeah.
But so one thing I'm definitely going to be interested in as far as next season is concerned is what order the tracks are going to be. Whether it's going to be random or whether it's going to be in like season order.
What, from next season for XRL, yeah? Right.
Yes.
We've got
for
15
season 4.
tracks, and they are randomised.
So we don't know what's going to be happening each week.
There's only 2 tracks that have basically been put in a certain area, and that is Mexico because of the anniversary race.
That's true.
And we put Brazil last because that's where we believe Brazil should be.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't agree more with
That's
that.
the only 2 tracks ever. All the other 13 tracks have been randomised.
Yeah. So there we go, folks. That's 2 dates already confirmed. The XRL anniversary will be Mexico, and Venom's gone spinala.
Yeah, and Pango's posted 130.2.
On the soft, so that should see him through comfortably. Yeah, I think. Yeah, so you were right. We could see a 129 here.
Yeah. Especially in Q3.
Yep.
Might even see it before Ultimate's on lap now, but it's invalidated.
He's got time though.
So is Sack as well. Sack's invalidated as well. So is Ledger. And Waller's on lap now, but he's on mediums. So it's going to be either going through on mediums or he'll be starting on mediums, basically for Waller.
So for those that for those that don't know what tracks have actually been removed from the calendar for next season, the tracks that have been removed are Monaco, Abu Dhabi, China, Russia, Japan, and USA. USA was a tie between themselves, France and Singapore, and then it was just luck of the draw, and USA was the track that was picked. A lot of people are disappointed that Japan isn't going to be on the calendar for next season, because I mean, if the X1 race last week was anything to go by, that's why Japan's a fan favourite.
Also, they might be a fan favourite, but the drivers don't like it.
That is true.
Yeah, the other track wasn't there either was Vietnam, because Vietnam's track is still glitched to anything, so they weren't even in the lineup. We took it out because of how bad the server is for that track. We did try it, and we did do some more testing this about 3 weeks ago, because we were still hoping to run it at the end of this season. But yeah, you can't. It basically, you can either have 7 or 8 laps with safety car coming out, or 15 laps with just a whole yellow flag, whole track is yellow flagged, or you can go in the pits and just get disqualified just doing a pit stop. So it's, yeah, there's 3 bugs there that are major. Ollie's just posted the 130.7, the lowest ever. You can't do a league race there if that's happening. It's just not fair.
Absolutely.
The Ledger is just going through the hairpins in sector 3. What's he doing? He hasn't got a time yet, so he needs to put a time in at least some sort of time. He'd be looking for a low 131. Penko's retired the pit, so he's done.
Session.
Yeah, he's through. Well, we know he's through.
More than happy with this time.
Yeah, anyone with a 130 is through, isn't they, really? Oh, he's lucky they didn't invalidate that.
Very, very lucky.
It's going to be a 131.
Going to pull out the back?
Not quite, 130.
30.7 even.
Yeah, he's through. Now Ultimate posts a 130.1 P1. So we did actually miss Wallington post a 132.2. He's in P10 at the moment, but he is the only car. No, it's 3 cars on mediums, and that is Path, Wallington, and CJ. But CJ is on an out lap now on softs, and Path is on a hot lap now on softs. And there we go.
Waddington. There we go. Waddington's coming into the pits. Yep. That's him. He's gone. He's out.
Yeah, he's out. Slash just posted 130.6 P4.
It's not the first time we've seen Waddington do this this season. That he goes out on the harder compound, and if he doesn't make it into Q3, it does mean he gets free choice of tyre. It's not the first time we've seen that happen this season with him.
No, but the problem is, there's always, if you qualify outside the top 10, you're always at the risk of anything happening. It's just
That is a very valid.
I
Very
mean,
valid
we've
point.
seen it come through the field so many times. Yeah, we know he can do it. There's not a doubt he can do it. It's just a bigger risk being at the back than you do in the middle.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, especially during the first lap because I mean, I wish I was joking when I say this, guys. Every single X1 race that I've commentated on has always had a first lap front wing change.
yeah. We've also got to consider that at the moment he's got Anderson behind him as well, so that's also a bit of a risk. He's probably afraid of that.
Yeah.
I got to hit Mickey. I do cons with him on a Monday night with the ARL. So I don't really often get to actually watch Matt and do comms on him. So it's like, oh, let's see if he can win it this week. Let's see, Sack is just coming through the third sector as well. He needs to put a lap in. Because at the moment he needs to beat Path to keep that championship, basically a championship gap alive, isn't it?
Indeed.
He needs to win. Oh, he's going to try and retain the championship. So Sack is about to post a 139? Not quite. 130.7.
30.7 puts him 6th.
Yeah, safe though. That's all that matters.
And CJ's out.
CG is out. Yeah, CG is out, and I believe Hazel might be in a second if Venom can get it home.
He is. Wow, that's a turn up for the books.
Oh, someone who's passed it. Who was that? That was a Williams. That was Anderson. Yeah, Anderson's just knocked out Hazel, and Venom might knock out Ryan. Ryan. Yeah.
He does.
They're down to Lurder's invalidated, so we're down. That is it.
Hurricane, Hazel, CJ, Erdica, and Waddington all out of qualifying. The top 10 all starting on soft tyres.
Yeah, top 10 all separated by 1 second. Well, at least we can say one thing though, that Matt doesn't qualify like that in X2. He's got a qualifying ban in there, so he can qualify that in X2.
Yep.
Yeah, so 130.1.
I mean, with that sort of pace, I wouldn't be too surprised if he becomes a full-time X1 driver next season.
I actually already know who's going up and who's not, so I can't really say nothing.
Yeah, but of course we'll find out what the rosters are at our annual. I say annual, not what am I saying? Our end of season awards.
Yeah, we don't actually not have really awards because we're only having a 1 week break this week. So this season because of the new game coming out in January, June. Sorry. So the rosters will be announced the day after the final race of the season. This year because we're going to have to rush a bit to get things out and done before the new season starts because we're only going to have the 1 week break, which is going to make things rush around.
Which will mean once we finish season 4, as far as the awards are concerned, we may have to combine seasons 3 and 4 as far as the awards are concerned.
Either that or we do it on that 1 week break, weekend break. We might do it then. Because we're only going to be able to do one of the All-Star races this season as well, which is a shame, but it's the only way we can do it. We might be able to do 2, we'll just have to see.
I think realistically, I would definitely say go for the drivers All-Star race.
It'd be the drivers, not the constructors, if we do one of them, The top 20 drivers in the league. But say, we will try and do the 2. It's just one, having the time. Mm-hmm. And 2, getting the season ready before the new game comes out is more important than just doing other races.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's no chance of us putting in. Otherwise, we'd have like a 13-race calendar, which is not really that much of a calendar, really. We want to try and get as many as we can get in. But we will see.
So here we go. Shootout time for pole. Ultimate, Anderson, and Sack, first cars out. We've got Sasha, Ollie, and Penku out as well. We've got one of the McLarens coming out onto the track as well.
It's going to be down to who can get pole, though. Is it going to be Ultimate, Penko, Sack, or Path? They're the fastest so far. Ollie was in the mix as well, so he could upset a few here. The top 5 is
Yeah.
really where it's going to be. I think the rest may be
Yeah.
fighting for the back end of that group.
Yeah. But I think it's going to be tough to. I think it's going to be tough to knock Ultimate off his perch because with the sort of pace he's shown over the last few weeks, I wouldn't be too surprised if he manages to knock Sack off his perch as X1 champion next season.
If he's here all season, this is the thing. He does disappear for half of the season. He was here at the start of this season and then disappeared for 6 races and come back. So if he's here all season, he could be, but I don't know. We'll see if he doesn't actually stay. But yeah, he's fast. I mean, it'd be out of him and Sack. But then we don't know who's coming up. There is some drivers coming up as well. I mean, it's pretty obvious that the champion from X2 is coming up, so you remember that. That's another one.
Yep.
And we all know who that is, do we?
Yep.
He's coming in as well.
Beard Boost, I believe.
It will be. Yeah, Beard's coming up. So you put him in this mix as well. So
we could end up with like 5-6 drivers challenging for the championship next season.
I've got a funny feeling it'll be 6 people that could fight the championship next season, depending on if everyone stays. We haven't seen Nilsson for the last 3 weeks. I don't know if Nilsson's staying or not. We don't know. We have messaged him if he is.
Yeah. So it could potentially be Nilsson, Path, Sack, Ultimate, Beard Boost. Who would be number 6?
Wallington.
Possibly, yeah. As far
you
as
can't take Wallington out of it. He's the first season.
The first ever X1 champion. That's a valid point. Yeah.
I also wouldn't take out of that Penko or CJ.
Yeah, if their pace continues to improve,
especially
then we could end up with
Penko's got pace. He just does crash a lot, which is the only problem Penko has. The rest of his game is brilliant. CJ is consistent, so it could be interesting. There won't be a big gap this year from first, second, third for the rest of everybody else. Next season, there'll be about 7 or 8 drivers within about 50, 60 points of each other. Ultimate with a 130.0 flat.
Which should, fingers crossed, get us a championship decider at the final race of the season.
At Brazil.
Yes, please. Merely because I want an excuse to have an is that Glock moment. Hopefully.
Yeah, so I'd say it could be very interesting next season. I mean, we also sort of know some of the teams as well that have already been talked about, so that could be very interesting for constructors as well. So Ultimate's fastest with 130.0, second Penko with 130.0 again, that's what I'm saying. Ollie with a third with a 130.6, Sasha with a 131, all he nearly went then. 0.0, and Burnham with a 131.02. Sasha was very lucky there, he nearly went into the wall.
Yeah.
Saka in sector 3, just develop into it. He is just behind, I believe, Anderson. He is.
Yep. There's a bit of course back to the is that Glock for a moment. It's just, I have said this numerous times and I'll say it again. 2008 Brazilian Grand Prix, my favourite race of all time. Not necessarily from a racing standpoint, but mainly because of the drama that the race carried. Not just for the race itself, but for the whole weekend. And it went literally to the wire. Last corner, last lap, last race. And I will say this, it's going to take something very, very special to be able to top that anytime soon.
So we'll have to see, because as I say, this, I always find it's because we race obviously we race with equal cars here. It's a completely different story to watching this to real F1. Well, that's the thing. That's another thing I want to speak to about as well, sorry. XRL, which is Extremes Realistics here, that is new this year, starts in 3 weeks. 13th of February. It will be the first league race for that here. And we have 3 open seats. So if anyone is interested in them, just go and message Ledger, which is in here somewhere. He's in P10 at the moment.
Yes.
He's running it.
I was actually offered a slot in that in that league for next season, but I had to turn it down because I was already racing. I was already racing elsewhere on a Saturday night.
So the seats what we're doing is the fastest guys going to slowest car, which at the moment is Ultimate and Path are in the Williams, and in the Haas.
Performance league essentially.
Yeah, it's an equal. Basically, it's an equal performance league as such. It's realistic cars, and the fastest guys are in the slowest cars. So the slow drivers have chances of winning stuff. So like you've got Patriot, which is now Steele's story, with Herbie from X3 in the Mercedes. And then you've got like Ultimate and Pathton and Williams, and you've got Beard Boost with Waddington in the Haas.
But it'll still be equal performance, right?
No, it's realistic cars.
Oh yeah, so it is.
It's realistic cars.
Realistic, Kenzie. Yeah. Get with the program.
Full distance, so full qualifying, full race distance.
Ooh.
Yeah, so same with XRL, but it's basically instead of 50%, it's 100%, and it's realistic cars. But it's basically it takes away so much of the pace from the like the Ultimates in the past and all that, where a lot of the middle of the road drivers have chances of at least getting points. I mean, how often would you have a see like Herbie could actually beat like someone like Ledger or somebody, or Ollie?
Not very.
That's what I'm saying. They have chances now. They're in the Mercedes. Ollie and Ledger are in the Alfa Romeo. That's what I'm saying.
It'll definitely be interesting to see how that all plays out.
I'm saying, so it'll be very, very interesting. But at the moment, the fastest lap is a 1:30.0 from Ultimate. Second is Penko. Third is Power. 4 is Jazz. 5th is Ollie. 6 is Sasha. 7 is Venom. Sack in P8. That's a big surprise. I mean, no, he's coming back out. There's no way he's staying in the pits over that time.
Yeah.
And Anderson in P9. Ledger's yet to post time. He's been validated twice now, so he's going to need to get a move on. And both McLarens are out together.
Looks like they're going to try and tow each other.
I don't know, because I don't know if they actually know each other. So that'll be interesting. A French guy, a US guy. That's the point. The US guy should love this track as their home Grand Prix. So come on, Venom.
Yeah, exactly.
And Sack. Even though he's got a German flag, he's still American.
Maybe dual nationality for all we know.
He is.
That's what I thought.
And I've known Sack since he's joined XRL and the other league I was in. Yeah. So like I take Mickey for, he's like, because he's German flag, and they're going, well, you must take your F1 driving from the German side then, because Americans can't drive F1 cars.
Yeah. But I say it's not very often we have a driver of dual nationality racing in.
You actually got a couple.
Like I said, it's not very often we see it though.
No. They not normally. Let's say we actually have it in F1 as well in real life with Norris.
Oh. Didn't know.
Norris was born in Abu Dhabi.
Ah, didn't know that about Norris. I knew Albon had was Thailand.
Oh yeah, Albon, yeah. Well, this is the thing with Albon, right? His nationality is Thailand, but he's actually born and raised in the UK. He actually learnt to go-kart and all that against Lewis Hamilton and that lot when they were younger. They actually raced against each other and all that. With Verstappen and who was the other one? Oh no, sorry, not Hamilton. It's Norris. Sorry, it was Norris, Albon, and Verstappen. They all actually raced in the UK more than they raced in any other part of the world in the go-karting.
So the Thailand part for Albon will be his parents, I would assume.
His family, yeah, his family.
That's what I thought. Yeah. So everyone's out on track now.
I only noticed that when sorry, but I was going to say the only time I knew that is because they were talking about it when they did the promos before the season, last season. So everybody's on track apart from... Oh, everybody's actually on track now.
Yeah, everyone's on either an out lap or a hot lap.
Jazz is invalidated though. Ledger's just about to start his lap. So Williams next to set a lap, and it's Anderson, but he's invalidated.
Well, Ledger's
So
come in.
what is Ultimate?
So he's 10th regardless.
Yeah, so he is. Ultimate's invalidated as well, so it's down a path as the next car post time. Both Williams have invalidated. Anderson has started a hot lap again now, though.
Ultimate
And
does
Ultimate
have time
has
to.
as well.
He does have time for another lap, though.
Yeah, 25 seconds to go, so let's see what Path does. Does he improve? He does. 2 tenths, 130.0, but not quite enough for pole. Venom, invalidated, but he's going to go again. Penko's on an out lap just starting, and it means Jazz is on an out. Well, he's a hot lap, but he's invalidated. Racing Point. Slasher, 4 tenths up.
Big lock up from Sack. 8/10 up at the moment.
And it would put him in a 130.4, so it still wouldn't be good enough. It'd be good enough for 4th. Sasha is on for a 130.6 at the moment. In P6 as stands, he would jump up to P5.
And Sack could very well get up to P4. Only got a
See
couple
where
of corners
Sasha
to go.
goes. Sasha
Very
goes
aggressive for
P4
that.
with a 130.3.
Very aggressive through the penultimate corner for Sack. And he doesn't. Oh, my word.
P4. Yeah, 130.2. Ollie, 110th up for Ollie. What's he going to do? He's still the P7 with a 130.5.
Ultimate
Now
3
down to
tenths
the
up at the
Williams.
moment.
Yeah, Anderson's 2 tenths up in P9. He'll stay in P9 as it stands.
But he will improve on his time, though.
Oh,
he
he
goes
jumps Venom,
P8.
P8. Yeah, 130.999. Ultima, what are you going to do?
He was 3 tenths up heading here. Is it going to be a 29? It is a 29. 29.6.
129.6. P1.
And Path gets a 29 as well. 29.9. That puts him second. Venom
It's
up
only
into
down to
6th.
Penko.
30.3. It's not going to be
Penko.
enough. Not going to be enough for Penku, but I think he just
He stays in
snatched
P3,
third.
I think.
Yeah, he stays
P3.
third.
Yeah, so I think the top 3 we know. Yeah, so Ultimate's first, second is Path, third is Penko, 4th is Sack, 5th is Sasha, 6th is Venom, 7 is Jazz, 8 is Ollie, 9 is Anderson. Ledger didn't post a time, but Pole was a 129.6. With 2 people in the 129s. We did think somebody would get it.
Yeah. But like I said at the start of Q3, it'd be hard pressed to find somebody that's going to dethrone Ultimate as the king of qualifying at the moment.
Yeah, especially around this track as well. He's fast around the track, as USA. Well, Ultimate likes this track. Sack's not a great fan of it, so
Yeah.
it's not really a surprise he's on pole. But by that margin, it is. 3 tenths by the beat Path and Penko by 4, Sack by 6. In F1 terms, that's a lot. So it'd be interesting though to see what these the people at the back actually start on though. If anyone actually does try and start on the hards. Let's have a look and see if Sack says what time we're going. So we are going at 1 minute past. So in 5 minutes.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Was a massive hammer blow to his ego last night for Conor McGregor in the UFC.
Yeah, he's suing him now though to try and get his loss taken off. He's taking it to court. Yeah, I've seen that just now. Yeah.
Oh, for goodness sake! Why?
Because he likes to lose, obviously.
That's a massive knock to his ego. I
don't think anything's going to affect his ego. He's a bit like Mayweather.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's a great fighter. Don't get me wrong, but it's just it's the attitude away from the octagon that doesn't rub. It's just this attitude away from the octagon that rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah, so that's the thing. That a lot of people that are successful are like that. That's the problem. And Waddington reckons anyone that's want to get a Christmas present for Ultimate, we all know what he needs.
Someone get that guy some deodorant. Oh dear.
Yeah, so So we can do the top 10. They're all on soft tyres. So Altman's on pole, second Path, third is Penko, fourth is Sack, fifth is Sasha, sixth is Venom, seven is Jazz, 8 is Ollie, 9 is Anderson, 10 is Ledger. Only one person has moved to mediums at the moment, and that is Ty, outside the top 10. But we will wait till about 6 o'clock until we actually see what they're actually on. Because I'm guaranteed Wallington will be moving to mediums. I'll be very surprised if he doesn't.
Yeah. So the rest of the grid is Hurricane, Hazel, CJ, Erdica, Waddington, Ty, Wavy, Low, Danny, and Fiend.
Yeah, I got a funny feeling you might want to watch people coming through the field, Waddington and CJ, 13 and 15. You'll definitely know they're going to try and come through the field. So Anderson and Ledger and Ollie will be looking over their shoulders because I know there's two fast guys coming. Waddington's moved to mediums and so has Danny.
So they're going to try and go. Realistically, we're looking at a two-stop round here. 3.4 miles.
If a safety car comes out early, the one stop's more viable. But it's really pushing it if you do a one stop and you've got to really go hards, and hards suck around here. Yeah. They're just not a type for this track. But yeah, so it's medium soft or soft medium. If a safety car comes out, you can do it. You still can do it without a safety car, but you're literally living on the edge of the race. Yeah. So.
Let's say 3.4 miles, 2 DRS zones, 20 corners, 11 to the left, 9 to the right.
4 hairpins. What sort of track has 4 hairpins?
Yeah, you can thank Herman Tilke for that boneheaded decision.
Typical Americans make the track overcomplicated.
Which is ironic. Which is ironic, given the fact the majority of their tracks are just ovals.
Bathtub. That's why I always call them bathtubs.
Oh, that's clever.
It's Danny and Ty and Wallington and Ryan Hurricane have all gone on to the medium. Hazel, CJ, Erdica and Wavy, Low and Fiend have all still on the softs. We will be going probably about 45 seconds now, so it'll be interesting to see who does actually come through the field here and if Ultimate can pull away. But time penalties are the other big factor here through the S's. People will get time penalties and it all depends on how many they get.
Absolutely.
Remember, 21 seconds is a race disqualification.
Not 20, as I incorrectly pointed out on a couple of occasions.
It's all good. We're only 1 second out.
So there we go. Sack first to ready up. Here we go.
Yeah, it is race time.
Indeed. You guys know what time it is. Four races to go.
Close your eyes going into turn 1.
Yeah. 4 races to go. Crunch time for both championships.
Uphill blind left-hander. Always perfect. So what you want to see on the first turn. We're about to get them away.
So here we go. 3, 4, 5 lights. Lights out and race time. Here at the Circuit of the Americas, Sack off to a good start already. He's already got ahead of Path. That's a very good start. He's trying to get ahead of Penku, heading into the head of turn 1. And Path plummeting down the order already.
What's happened to Path? Something's happened to Path.
I think he just went Spinala.
I think he has. I don't think he's got any damage. Sasha with a 3 seconds already. I'm trying to see if Path got any damage. I don't think he has.
He plummeted down to 12th from second place on the grid, though. He's got ahead of Hurricane, though. He's got
no damage.
He got a twofer there. How's about that? He got ahead of Jazz and Hurricane in the same corner. Hurricane, meanwhile, he's plummeting down the order.
He's gone. Let's have a look where Hurricane is. Hurricane has gone. Yeah, he's spun out at the top of the hill after the S's. I'm trying to see if he's got any damage. He has major left wing damage. That is a box.
Well, there we go, folks. The streak continues.
Yeah, Waddington's also only gained 1 place. He's just dropped a position there, and now he's back into P14. He's having a fight with Hazel. He just got Hazel into P13, and he's also got Jazz into P12. Double overtake there for Waddington.
Waddington, a man on a mission. Ollie up into 5th, meanwhile.
Ledger's gone.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Just dropped from P7 now to P10. He's fighting back though, P9.
Let's see how many come in at the end of this first lap. Ultimate leads: Penku 2nd, Sack 3rd, Sasha 4th, Ollie 5th, Anderson 6th,
Venom.
CJ
Boxed.
7th, Path into 8th, Ledger 9th, Danny up into 10th, Waddington 11th. There we
So
go.
box is so Venom's boxed, Ty's boxed, and Ryan Hurricane's gonna have to box as well.
Indeed, he does. So winners
They're all for front wings.
winners and losers off the start. CJ, where did he pull that from? He's up 6 places off the start. Danny up 9, avoiding all the first lap carnage. Waddington up 4, Wavy up 4, Low up 4, Fiend up 5. Path, as far as the front runners are concerned, down 6. Jazz down 9, Venom down 12, and Hurricane down 9.
You know, so how it started for Path, though, he's lucky he's only 6. Danny and Waddington fighting for P11 and 10. Venom went on to softs, Venom went on to mediums, sorry. Ty went on to softs, and Hurricane went on to mediums. So they will be trying to go medium now, I would have thought, because they did all start on softs.
Waddington round the outside of the hairpin, and he didn't
it.
quite make it stick.
He's
gonna
got the
try
inside
of
here,
next
he's
corner,
got this
though.
one though. He's going to have this because he's going to have both insides, so
There
he
he goes! Into the top 10.
Yeah, problem is now, Danny's got Wavy all over the back of him as well in the Ferrari. And don't forget, Wavy's on those soft compounds, he's going to have to box around about between lap 8 and 11. If he boxes within the first 8 laps, he will be doing a 2-stopper. If he boxes from 11th lap or 10, he will be doing a 1-stopper.
Yeah, so DRS is enabled now.
There he is, there's the move. And there is Wavy past Danny into turn 1. He should have him. And he does.
Cool as you like.
Path on the back of CJ in the S's. Softs against mediums again. Problem is, Path lost all those positions. He was on softs as well, so that really hurt him massively.
Very.
But Ultimate's not pulling away as much as what I thought he would.
Path, meanwhile, he's got DRS on CJ.
He's not
ahead of him.
catching CJ.
It's because CJ's got DRS on Anderson,
Yeah.
so that's
Yeah, but
cancelling
no,
that
I'm
out.
saying it's still softs against mediums though, so you would still thought he'd have more pace than coming out the corner than what CJ's having. So I've got a funny feeling CJ's running lower wings than what Path is.
Yeah, I wouldn't know how to set a car up. I am hopeless with car setups.
It's awful close. Lowe saying hello to the rear of Danny. This will be an interesting fight between the two. Say Lowe reserving in the Renault on the softs against the Red Bull of Danny. A lot of them going awfully wide in that corner there as well. They need to be careful of that. That's the time penalty that'll be later on the race.
Indeed. Oh, here we go. Path trying to go around the outside of turn 1 to get ahead of CJ.
Yeah, he'd
Can't
have
make
the
any of it.
advantage in the
Can't make
next
anything
corner
of
if
it,
he
though.
does get it. Yeah, so if you get on the outside on that first corner, you'll have the inside line for the next corner. So it does work if you can get it.
Very
I
true.
don't think that straight's long enough.
And oh, CJ with a time penalty.
It's a bit early for time penalties, really, but as long as you can keep it to being the only one for the next 20 laps, it'll be fine. Erlica's also got one as well as Sasha, so. Oh, this is interesting. Hazel on low. Ty Gores with a 3-second time penalty.
The two teams, we've got sort of a DRS train here. You've got Danny, Lowe,
Low
Hazel,
inside.
and Fiend.
Low.
And he gets a time penalty.
Low's in, yeah. Oh, we've got a corner cut penalty, so there you go.
Is he going
Gets
to
to
need
move.
to...
Someone's gone. It's a Mercedes of Ty. No, it's not. It's Penko's gone. Penko.
Oh my!
Sack's got a 5-second penalty for hitting Penko. And I bet... Oh, that doesn't... That sounds like an unsafe rejoin, and that's a collision between Penko and Anderson as well.
Oh, that's not good for Sack. Sack's having to change his front wing. Oh, no.
Yeah, he's hit Penko when Penko... I don't know what happened with Penko, because Penko went off track. I just don't know if he come back on dangerously and caught him, but then Ledger's in the pits as well. This might have affected everybody here. They might have all known. So Ledger's boxed just for tyres. He's gone on to hards. We haven't had a safety car, anything, have we? No? No.
No safety car.
Awesome.
Was a Sack?
No, let's just seeing like the glitch at all. But yeah, so that is not great.
Sack having to change his front wing as well, on top of serving the 5-second penalty. Fiend
Yeah,
and Anderson. I say, oh my! I say Sack, essentially rock bottom of the pack.
Yeah, the Fiend and Anderson 3-second time penalties. But yeah, he's on softs as well, so he's got to box again as well. So
yeah, he's
not great.
So he's gonna be like somewhere in the region of like lap 15, lap 16 to come in.
Oh, someone's gone. Venom. Is he out? He's not. He's staying alive. He's still in the race, but he has literally lost his F10 plate. He's gone. So he's gonna have to box as well now. So that's
another front wing change for him. Absolute nightmare
as well. Home Grand Prix as well for both of them, for Sack and Venom.
I was like, it's not just falling apart. It's not just falling apart for Sack as far as the Drivers' Championship is concerned. It's all falling apart for Venom as far as trying to help McLaren keep the lead in the Constructors' Championship.
Yeah, he's got a 3-second now as well. But the thing is, though, Path is only in P6 as well, so Sack isn't losing a lot here, as it stands. But he will be losing some. But overall, Haas will not lose much at all in the Constructors because Waddington is chasing down Path in P7. So it's not a great loss there for the Constructors, but it will hurt for Sack for his driving championship a little bit. And Fiend is holding up Hazel and Erdica. This will be an interesting. Erdica on the inside of Hazel, and has he got it? He does. Erdica into P12. Fiend 3-second time penalty. There's a corner there, Fiend.
Cool as you like. Sack, meanwhile, he's starting to carve his way through the field already. Yellow flags. Oh, Venom's gone. Venom's actually out. On the pit.
He's at the pit wall.
He's
at the pit wall. Right, this is the thing. If you got broken wing, you try going at pits at the same pace as you do with a full front wing, you will hit that wall on the outside. And that's what he's done. He's hit the wall on the outside of the pits, going into the pits. He's gone in too fast with no front wing. So we don't have a safety car, which is thank God for that. And I was lucky that happened now and not in 3 or 4 laps time, because everybody would be boxing at the same time then. Fiend and on Erdica. Erdica on the inside of Fiend. Erdica should hold on to that because there's another right-hander coming up now, and he does.
Easy
Erdica's set goes into 11.
That is a massive, and I do mean massive, hammer blow for McLaren in the Constructors' Championship.
Well, so it's a with the Venom's pace as well. I thought he'd actually had a chance, but that's the thing with Venom. He's a very good driver, very fast driver, but he makes mistakes, and when he makes a mistake, it normally results in that. That is the issue. It's consistency for a lot of them. Same for Lowe though. Lowe last season had the same, similarly the same. He was basically really quick but inconsistent. But this season, he's a lot more consistent, and his positions are showing it.
Sack battling with Ty for 15th place. Sack does get through. He's got the fastest lap of the race so far.
He's chasing down Penko now, though, so this could be interesting. It's almost softs as well, though, so they're only going to go about 11 laps max, so he's going to need to put them on to get them going pretty fast. Ledger, 3-second time penalty. He's got to be careful because he did get disqualified in ARL because of time penalties on Monday.
See, oh, here we go. 3-car scrap for third place. Path trying to get through into 4th ahead of Sasha, and Path spun it. Oh, somehow keeps it out of the wall, and he's lost a couple of positions for that.
I think there was a little tap there with Sasha by look on that. Not really a big tap, but enough one of those ones where a little tiny tap and you both go. Does look like there was contact. Whaley with a 3-second time penalty, and I've got no scoreboard, which is awesome. A scoreboard, timing board, not scoreboard.
6.5 a dozen. Anderson,
Yeah,
meanwhile,
Wavy on the back of Waddington.
yeah, Anderson
Quite
tried to
close
have a
enough,
look.
though. This will be an interesting little battle going in through the S's.
Low into the
I don't know
pits.
if I would try and go through there.
Only 7 laps on those softs, yeah.
Yeah, he's going for 2 stop, he'll go medium soft. Or if he doesn't go to hards.
Oh, he's having to change his front wing as well.
Oh, that's why then.
Not ideal, but it's going to help Sack out a little bit. He's Sack up into 14th now.
So Lowe went on to soft, so he will have to go for his last stint on mediums. And here is Anderson on Sasha into P4 and does comfortably Anderson into P4. But he will be boxing with the next 3 laps. Lowe with a 3-second time penalty.
Good points haul here for Williams will help them in their battle to be best of the rest. And I am going like up to 3rd place with that because it's between McLaren and Haas for the constructors championship. Nobody is going to be able to catch them realistically.
Nah, I'll say this. I'll slash with a 3-second time penalty, and Danny has just let Edeka past.
Sasha's in the
P9,
pits.
so the Red Bulls working together. So let's see if Sasha has damage, because of what I think there was contact between him and Path. I just don't know if it was enough to break a wing. We were about to find out if it was. There's no broken wing, so I think it was just bodywork to bodywork, which Path has got the wrong end of it. That's the only problem. So Sasha does just box for a fresh set of tyres, and he goes on to the softs. So he is going to have to box again for the mediums.
Soft, medium.
Yeah, Wavy's done the same. Sack does just come out just behind Wavy. Or was he going to take him on this corner though? Let's have a look. Oh, you can see how impatient Sack is. Like, oh, move! Jazz is also in the pits from P19 now. I think we're about to see Path take past Wavy into P13 in a second. He's going to have DRS, and somebody has gone just behind, and that is an Alfa Romeo of Ledger. Has just crashed just after the S's up the hill, and Sack moves into P13 over Wavy. And Siege has got a 3-second time penalty as well. That could affect the podium positions big time. That can.
Indeed, Waddington meanwhile is Waddington doing his best to keep himself out of trouble. He's up into 5th place now. He's right on the back of Path with DRS. He's got Anderson just behind him as well. Anderson's going to need to come in the next lap or two, though.
Yeah, Anderson just got a penalty as well, 3 seconds, and Ledger has no front wing in P17. So not a great day for the Alfa Romeos. They're now in 17 and 19, and Ledger's going to have to box again, so it's going to be 18 and 19. So they're not having a good day. And nor's the Mercedes either, really. Waddington on Path. Is he close enough? For DRS, let's have a look.
Might be on this occasion. Oh, Ledger's gone! Oh, safety car!
Safety car, full safety car. And that is just, and that's handy as anything though for Anderson, Ollie, and Ultimate. Are they going to box? Because they can box here, but if they box here, it's more than likely, unless they go to hards, there's going to be another stop. So they're going to box for hards, or are they actually going to go for mediums or stay out? They need to box, in my opinion. They have to box.
Yeah.
Anyone that's on the 9-lap-old softs, I would be very, very surprised if they do not box.
I would imagine Ty's going to come in to change his tyres as well.
Yeah, I've got a funny feeling it's going to be Ultimate, Ollie, Path, Anderson, Fiend, and I don't know. Ty might stay out because he can do another 4 laps on those, so we'll have to see.
Well, that's
All right, the
interesting.
front three have all boxed. Oh,
CJ in as
CJ's
well.
boxed. He's going hard. CJ's going to go hard. He likes going on hard tyres. So CJ's going on the hards. Right, so Wallington leads the Grand Prix now. Ultimate comes out on mediums. So does Ollie. So, what does the CJ do? CJ's come back out on mediums. So CJ's going to be doing a soft stint at the end then. Actually, no, he started on softs, didn't he? Did he start on softs? Yeah, he did, didn't he? No, he was on mediums. Yeah, he was on mediums when he started on mediums.
He's gonna
So CJ's got a box
he's gonna
again.
need
Yeah.
he's gonna need to go on to softs at the end.
This has also helped Sack out as well here, sort of as well, because Sack did box earlier, and now he will box for his last stint. So this could also help Sack.
Right.
So that Sash has gone on to hards. Oh, have fun.
18 laps on medium tyres with the safety car sounds doable. But of course, that's providing how good you are with tyre management.
But say Wallington can go another 7 or 8 laps here, so that probably explains why he hasn't boxed.
That does make sense. With the safety car, it'll definitely help him as far as doing the one stop.
Yeah, so
is concerned.
if I was Ryan Hurricane though, in P15, I would definitely box now.
Yeah,
You're going to lose drop 3 places, but at least you'll have the set of tyres to the end. You wouldn't have to box again.
very true.
So it's only Wallington, Erdica, and Ryan Hurricane that didn't box there. Oh, and Jazz, because Jazz did literally boxed as the safety car was coming out. So we'll see if they do box, if any of them do box. I'll be very surprised if Wallington or Erdica does, but I might see Ryan do it. We'll see. No, Ryan stayed out, so there you go, then that's where we're going to be now then. So we've got Wallington in the lead, but he's yet to pit. Ultimate second, third is Ollie, 4 is CJ, 5th is Erdica, but he's also yet to box. Path in 6th, 7 is Anderson, 8 is Danny on soft, so we will have to box again. 9 is Hazel, 10 is Fiend, 11 is Penko, 12 is Sack. Sasha in 13 on the hard compound, Wavy in 14, 15 Ryan Hurricane, he's also got a box again. 16 is Ty, 17 is Low, he's also on the hards as well, and Jazz in 18. Jazz may not get to the end on those mediums, so he may have to look after them, or he'll be going to finish in the race at about 79-80% worn tyres. Because don't forget, he is pushing now to catch up, so he's going to put a lot of wear on those tyres to catch up.
He has managed to catch up with the back of them as you say that.
Yeah, just worn his tyres up though.
Yeah, not what he would have wanted. So I'm looking at the fastest laps right now. Sack's got the fastest lap of the race, 33.8. Fastest lap inside the top 10 is Ultimate with a 34.2. So as it stands, it will be Sack and Ultimate that will take the points for their respective fastest laps.
Yeah, but no offense to like Fiend, but with Penko and Sack behind him, you got to really expect them to pass Fiend.
It wouldn't surprise
So
me if,
and
it wouldn't surprise me
Danny's
if
is
they got
also
him in
really
the first
sitting there as
corner.
well. Yeah. I don't know if they get him in the first corner, but you would expect them to beat Fiend and probably Danny as well. So safety car in.
Here we go.
This is back to a race. We've got 16 laps to go. I'm waiting until Wallington to start the pack up and to make a gap before he goes. And we are about to get underway again. There we go.
Here we go. Waddington drops the hammer at the penultimate corner. Should be okay. And we're underway once again.
Oh, Penguin got a poor restart. So Sack as well. So they did not catch Fiend at all there. Fiend got a jump on both of them.
Danny gets ahead
Fiend
of
got
Anderson.
very good. Oh!
But of course, Danny being on softs. Oh, hang on.
Fiend nearly dropped it, so did Penko, and that was crazy. They nearly followed each other into the wall there.
How they avoided that is beyond me.
Penko on the outside of Fiend. Fiend, oh, Jazz with a 3-second time penalty. Fiend got a warning there as well, guaranteed. And there's Sack on the inside because Penko's fighting with Fiend and put force wide. So Sack's into P10, took 2 places in one corner. Penko then lost it again. He's just opened the door to Sasha. Sasha's on the outside of him. So Sasha now moves into P12.
Sack now into the top
But
10.
Penko fights back to P12. How many times there Penko nearly dropped it? That's on me. 4 times in that lap.
Yeah. And what that now means with Sack being inside the top 10, it means that's going to be another couple of points for their championship chances. Ultimate does get ahead of Waddington into the lead, but Ultimate with a time penalty. That could be pivotal.
Yeah, he takes the lead because of penalty for it, so he doesn't really gain anything out of that. He needs to get away now though. Penko has also got into P12. We're still fine with Sasha. Erdika, 3-second time penalty. Sack's passed Hazel into P9. And also, Paf has now passed Erdika into P5. Wavy's past Sasha. Sasha's gone.
Oh
No,
dear,
Sasha's
oh dear.
delighted. Ryan Hurricane's gone. Ryan Hurricane's gone. Sasha just dropped 2 places to Wavy and Penko, and Ryan Hurricane's just dropped it from P16. Now he's now back down to P18 with no front left wing.
Not what he would have wanted.
Wavy with a 3-second time penalty. He's up to 9 or 12 now. Wavy has got 6 seconds. I thought it was something else.
Yeah, it's Fiend that's got
Danny
12 penalties.
Yeah, Danny's just passed Erdika.
So much happening up and down the field. Difficult to keep
Yeah,
track
Fiend's
of
just
everything.
passed Hazel, and Fiend's about to pass Sack.
Is he going to get a twofer here? Oh, yes, he has.
He got it, yeah.
He's got the twofer.
Yeah, Penko's past Wavy into P11, 13 and 12, but Wavy's fought back.
My goodness me, all happening in the midfield, folks.
3-second time penalty, Paf. 3-second time penalty for Paf in P5. Penko and Sasha and Penko in P13 and 14. Side by side, there's going to be contact there. There's obviously going to be contact there. Fiend and Sack having a fight. Oh, Sack's boxed. Sack got damage. Championship leaders in the pits again.
Oh, no.
I know. He's got damage, yeah. Broken wing.
Oh, no. How crucial is that going to be for the Drivers' Championship?
I know he was fighting with Wavy and Fiend, but I don't know if and Penko. I don't know if he got damage from them two. I don't know. I'm sure we'll find out in the instant report. Penko and Tai. So Penko's passed Tai, and Tai has also passed Sasha. Sasha's dropped both places there.
That is an absolute hammer blow for Sack.
Ollie's passed Waddington into P2, so CJ passed Waddington as well. Is Waddington going to fight back here? He's on the outside of CJ. Fiend has just passed Erdika.
Waddington's going to have passed right on his gearbox very soon.
What is going on with Sasha? They've got no damage, but it's just dropping position after position after position. Those hard tyres are seriously struggling with them because even Lowe's now losing time to a tyre as well.
Has he been disconnected from the session? I haven't seen anything come up on the screen regarding that.
No. Still in session. Yeah, he's still there. On there. He's still there. It's just they're both just dropping time rapidly to their medium tyres. Those hard tyres do not look very happy at all. Erdeka's just staying in front of Wavy. Woodington is on 15 lap old mediums. He will be boxing within the next 2 or 3 laps. Hazel with a 3-second time penalty in P17. Sasha with a 3-second time penalty. He's now up to 9 seconds of time penalty. Fiend has now got 15 seconds of time penalties, so he's only 2 more penalties away from a race disqualification.
Oh dear, I say that's definitely.
He's already.
Oh dear.
He's already had one of those this season. He's already had a disqualification this season. Any more will be qualifying on race bans. So needs to be careful. Jazz on low into P14. He's not going to do it, and the Jazz may even drop it to low as well after he's dropped the place to Sasha. Sasha's gone both.
Path meanwhile,
double overtakes here.
Path meanwhile, he's right on the gearbox of Waddington for 4th place, which will be very, very beneficial in the hunt for the Drivers' Championship, because with Sack out of the points, it gives Path a golden opportunity to close the gap. Waddington tries to cover the inside line, heading into turn 1, but Path breaks a lot later. Massive lockup, and Waddington keeps 4th place.
And Erdeka is in the pits. Well, I will say this, Path may be at the points now in 16th. But in front of him, Erdeka's got 6-second penalties, Lowe's 6 seconds, Jazz is 6 seconds, Sasha's 12 seconds, Ty is 3 seconds, Fiend's 15, Wavy's 6 seconds. And Sack has got no time penalties though, so this is the thing, even if he can just catch up, he can still jump at least like 5 or 6 cars because of time penalties, so it's not over.
Not the end of the world yet, so don't count your chickens just yet, folks. Still a fair bit to go. Path with DRS on Waddington again. Waddington again going to try and cover the inside line, but there's no defending from that. Path up into 4th, easy as that.
Ollie into P2, is CJ going to fight back on the inside? He does a little bit of a lock up, but is he going to hold on to it? He should do, he's got the right hand side. Ollie's on the inside here though, so he's still going to be fighting. A bit of contact, but there was always going to be. CJ goes into P2, back into P2. And so Path, this is also helping Path though, because them two fighting, which means now Path has actually caught up again. Someone's gone, and that is an Alfa Romeo of Jazz.
It's Jazz.
P14. No front wing.
Safety car again! Perfect
This
timing
has
for
just
Waddington.
brought Sack right back in this race.
Does he have a fresh set of softs to get to the end of the race on? That's the $1 million question. Waddington going for
If
softs.
I was Sack, I would stay out. Those softs are only good for 5 laps. And they've double stacked. Penko and Ty have double stacked. So Ty's going to have to sit there and wait.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
But let's see what Sack does. The championship leader is in P16 and he stays out. That's exactly what I would do. He's on a fresh set of mediums. The reason I say that, after 4 laps, those softs are slower than the mediums. And everyone's got time penalties around him, so that's what I'm saying. He just needs to stay with them now. He's jumped up to P12 from 16th. Waddington drops from P5 to P8. So that safety car was perfect timing for Waddington. He drops the least amount of time there than what he would have done normally. But it's all going to be down to the penalties though, because now with say penalties, Ultimate's in P1 with 3 seconds, CJ in P2 with 6 seconds, P3 is Ollie with 3 seconds, P4 is Path with 3 seconds, Danny in 5 with 3 seconds, a great showing from Danny in P5. 6 is Anderson with 9 seconds, 7 is Fiend with 15 seconds, Waddington in 8 with no penalties. 19 is ninth is Wavy with 6 seconds, Penko in 10 with no time penalties. Erdeka in 11 with 9 seconds, Sack in 12 with no time penalties, Sasha in 13 with 12 seconds, Lowe in 14 with 6 seconds, Ty in 15 3 seconds, Jazz in 16 with 6 seconds, Hazel in 17 with 3 seconds, and Ryan Hurricane in 18 with no time penalties. Anderson's boxed. That is interesting.
And that's
Does
and
he
part of
have
me,
damage?
That's interesting.
Everyone's just boxed.
A lot of the front runners in for softs. That is interesting.
Waddington is going to take the lead, isn't he? Or is he going to be close to? No, he's not going to be quite. He's going to jump like Anderson and Danny and Path, maybe? Doesn't jump Path, not quite. So Waddington comes back out in P5.
Wow.
This could have just brought Sack, like, closer now, not quite. Yeah, so Sack didn't actually get anything.
But so he's the only driver on mediums.
Yeah, but Erdika's also the one in box. But like I said, them soft tyres drop off big time in 4 laps. So, and don't forget, everyone around him has got big penalties. He hasn't got any penalties. The ones in front of him, Erdika 9 seconds, Penko hasn't any. But then you've got Wavy with 6, Fiend with 15, and Anderson with 9, and Danny with 6 in front of him. In my opinion, it's the right move to do because he was at the back. If he was basically, if he was like in 11th or 12th when that safety car come out, I would have boxed. But because he was 16th when the safety car come out, I would have stayed out purely. He's on a fresh set of mediums, and he would have been on the. He'd be on a faster compound at the last 4 laps of the race. I mean, we all know how fast Sack is. I don't think he'll lose a lot of time to, no offence to Wavy or Fiend or Anderson. Not a massive amount of time.
Yeah.
But he also needs Waddington to beat Path. Or at least get past Path and try and hold him up, sort of thing. Right, safety car should be in next lap because we're waiting for Mr. Hurricane to catch up.
Yep.
Well, Mr. Hurricane is definitely living up to his name this week, anyway, that's for sure. He's been spinning around enough today, so he's definitely been getting ready for it.
That's very true. That's very true. I mean, I think we've just found our commentary line of the day, folks.
Not if you're Ryan, it isn't.
Yeah, very true.
But it's definitely looking like it's going to be an ultimate win. It's just if Path can actually get through as well, though. But Waddington is still there with no time penalties, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah, if Waddington can't speak today. If Waddington can keep pace with those guys, then he could very well leapfrog them into a podium position, maybe even a winning position, being optimistic. We'll wait and see what happens. But yeah, at the end of the day, it is Ultimate's race to lose. We're going to have 8 laps to go after this.
Oh, it looks like there's been contact at the back there. I think Erdika just went in the back of Penko. No time penalty though, that's lucky then. Normally when there's a little tap like that, the game goes, oh, 5-second penalty.
I hate when the game does that.
Especially if there's no damage. If there's damage, I understand why it gives the 5 seconds to the car behind, but if there's no damage, then why is it giving it, and also why is it giving it to the car in front, is my argument.
Yeah.
Does it? Five-second penalty for Hazel and Jazalo. Contact under safety car. You guys, you need to not be so close under safety car. So the guys in behind is the fault normally. We are back underway with 7 laps to go.
Waddington gets ahead of Path. That's what Sack needed.
That's crucial, that is.
Path trying to find a way back past, but I don't think it's going to happen. Yet, anyway.
Sasha with a 3-second time penalty. That's massive as well. That's going to be probably the top 10 for him. Out the window now. With 15 seconds of time penalties.
This is definitely the sort of thing that Waddington needed. CJ, meanwhile, he's trying to go around the outside of Ollie into second place. Oh, my!
That's one of the best moves so far today. There's been lots of double overtakes as well today, but there's a fight back there, though, from Ollie.
Waddington had a look.
He had a look.
Couldn't quite make it stick,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, Ollie had a look, then Waddington had a look on Ollie as well then, so that was nearly a whoopsie. Ultimate fast lap of the race, 1:32.4, low with a 3-second time penalty, and Wavy also 3 seconds. Fiend past Wavy into P8. Problem is he's got 15 seconds of time penalties though, so all those time penalties he's got, he's going to lose them. Pank on the inside, Wavy on the outside. 3 wide, turn 1, what can possibly go wrong? So Wavy moves back up to P8, Penko passes Fiend into P9, Fiend is now P10, but he also has now Erdica right behind him. A big ass train back here. So I'm saying Sack is on mediums though, but he's not dropping the time to him. If you look at the time, he's not losing it. He's actually the same pace as them.
That could be pivotal.
At the moment, he would jump up about 4 places. At the moment, the biggest fight at the moment is for 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13, 14, 15, 16 are all within half a second. Sasha should just drop back a bit in P13 though, he's down about 7/10 now. Waldo is on the back of Ollie. There is a move here. Yeah, he's got DRS this time around. Did he make the move this time? DRS is now also enabled.
So I'm just having a quick scan of the gaps. Sack, playing his cards right, could very well jump up to potentially like P6 on penalty count back.
That's what I'm saying, this track, if you can not get penalties here, you've got a massive chance of jumping up places. Especially with late safety cars in the race. Don't forget, there was a safety car 2 laps ago, so that brings the field together. Anytime there's a late safety car, you look straight away, you look at all the guys with no time penalties, and you think he can jump up massively. Low 3-second time penalty in P14. Oh, someone's just gone. I think that's Ty Gores.
Oh, dearie me.
Oh, there's Jazz and Ty. Contact between Jazz and Ty. 5-second penalty for Jazzalo, and Ty has also been caught in that. I don't know if he's got any damage. He doesn't. So Ty doesn't have any damage, but Jazz is in a wall. So Jazz, he has no damage either, even though he's in a wall. Right then. Wish I could hit a wall and not have damage.
Sack,
And
meanwhile,
Fiend is dropped.
So he's got 11th. Is he going to get into 10th? He's got Erdica to get past. Yes, he does.
2 cars in 2 corners, but he's going to be on the side though from Erdica, so Erdica fights back.
But then Sack's going to have the
go.
turkey clone. There it is. Into the top 10 once again.
Yeah, Erdica lost traction coming out the hairpin, so dropped that position. But yeah, so Fiend drops 3 places there. He drops it to Sasha, Erdica, and Sack within 3 corners. But this is the thing now. Slack would actually jump up even more places now. He would jump up to nearly P5. He's nearly close enough to pass Bath. Waddington, 3-second penalty.
Oh, well, there we go. That's the race
Well,
win
that's
out the
not the-
window for Waddington.
Yeah, that's the Waddington point out the window for Waddington as well today. That's what we started calling it, was the Waddington point, the cleanest driver award for no time penalties.
Yeah.
Because Waddington got it for like 6 races in a row, but he's not getting it today. At the moment, Slack would have it. He's got the fastest lap out of the 2 guys with no time penalties with a 1:33.8. And
Waddington's got DRS on Ollie, though. Ollie tries to cover the inside line. Oh, this is going to be tight. And what? Hang on. Where did Path? What? Where did Path come from? Path from out of absolutely nowhere into third.
the flying their positions, he just come in tied in the inside on them both. Double overtake again. That's twice. That's about 4 times he's seen it now. Double overtake. But he's got a 3-second time penalty though. So at the moment, CJ in front's got a 6, and Ultimate in third has got a 3. As it stands, Ultimate will win this by about. How long will he win it by? About 4 seconds. But at the moment, it would finish Ultimate P1, Path P2, P3 would be Wallington, P4 would be Ollie, P5 would be CJ. CJ would drop 3 places right now.
No, I think CJ might just beat Waddington.
Might get
and fail to count
P4,
back.
yeah, he might get P4, yeah. It's all down to if they can keep together now. So CJ's got to be careful though. Any more time penalties from CJ, he could put himself outside the top 7. And that's Low with another 3 seconds for Low. He needs to be careful too. He's on 18 seconds now, same as Fiend. And Sasha, no, Low's not. Low's on 15, sorry. Yeah, so Fiend and Sasha, one more time penalty would be a disqualification.
Yeah,
They're both on 18 seconds with 4 laps to go. Ollie and Waddington.
Ollie gets ahead. But Waddington trying to fight back. Might have him here. Oh, and he does with ease.
And Low has passed Sasha into P12. They're still fighting though. This is not over. Same corner again. That hairpin is causing on. There's Sasha with 21 seconds of time penalties.
That's it. Disqualification.
Yeah, that's their race over.
It's 2 races running that Racing Point have just had an absolute nightmare of a race.
It doesn't help with the full-time driver for that team to not turn up for like 3 races in a row either, which is Mia, which also doesn't help. When you keep putting reserves in there, you don't know what you're going to get.
Absolutely. 3 laps
But we
to go.
have,
So we
yeah,
haven't
2 and
actually
a
had
half, 3 laps. Yeah.
we haven't actually had a chance to talk about driver of the day.
That's an interesting one because it's really hard to pick.
Yeah.
Because you've got, like, Danny's gone up 3 places. Danny's had a really good race, and he's only got 6 seconds of penalties. He's in P6. He's up 13 places. Waddington's up 11. CJ's up 11. Then, like, with, like, someone like Sack, he's been put back and then gone back up the table, come back again, down the table. But in my opinion, it's Danny. He's up 13 places.
Very hard to argue with that.
But then, like everyone says about, what about race winners? It's like we haven't given the race winner one for ages either. Ultimate's controlled the entire race. How can you argue with that? He's been in the lead from the race for basically the entire race. Been on pole. He's also probably going to get the Grand Slam with everything. He's going to get pole. Would say he's got pole. He's got the fast lap, and he's got the race win.
Yeah. I'll say, but the true Grand Slam is leading from lights to flags.
I think he has, hasn't he?
No, he hasn't, because Waddington's led a lap or 2.
Oh yeah, because the safety could come out. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll say Grand Slam is a very, very rare achievement.
CJ.
Hello.
Well,
is
that has just made things very interesting now, because even Danny could get into the top 6-5 now. Oh, and Danny
in,
gets one.
but this is the interesting point. Could Waddington get a podium here?
He's done for one, yeah, it's all down to now as well. It's if Path gets another penalty as well, if all, or Ultimate does, because if Ultimate gets another penalty, he will drop first place to Path. Be very, very careful. He's at the moment he's got 2/10 to play with against Path, but be very careful with that. Penko on Anderson, P7. But Anderson's going to fight back on the inside. Is he going to have enough? He's not enough through though, is he? But Penko does move up to P7. I've seen Anderson with a Ferrari right behind him as well. Wavy's just caught up into that gap as well. Slack's backed off a little bit now, but he will still jump these two people now. He would jump into around about 7th. We're on the final lap of the race now, so Ultimate is just coming to start the final lap of the race. Controlled the race really, not really much to argue with, but he's got to be careful though. He doesn't want another time penalty, otherwise it could lose him the race win.
Indeed.
Most people in the X1 knew that Ultimate was going to probably win this race, so it's not a massive surprise. The surprise is that Sack's not up there with him.
Yeah, I'll say those incidents in the first half of the race were definitely pivotal in shaping the outcome of the race. This is going to be a massive boost for Path in the hunt for the Drivers' Championship.
Yeah, it hurts Sack in the aspect of the drivers. The constructors, it's not going to hurt too much because they're still going to get more points than the McLarens anyway, because Sack will finish around about 7th or 8th, and Waddington would finish just behind, I think, as it stands in P3. Jazalo with a 3-second penalty as well, so as it stands, it's only Sasha that's getting disqualified. Fee needs to go around another 7 or 8 corners to make sure he doesn't. Anderson on Wavy, Wavy on Anderson. Anderson stays on P8.
But nevertheless,
Low and Fiend 13-14.
Here comes Ultimate now. He's got CJ right behind him. Danny loses 6th place to Penku, but here comes Ultimate, takes the checkered flag, wins the US Grand Prix, and Path into 2nd place, which will be a massive boost in the Drivers' Championship. Waddington takes 4th. Where is Zach going to leapfrog up to? He's going to leapfrog up to 7th place.
Yeah, fast lap of the race was a it was Ultimate with a 1:32.4. So with another 3-second time penalty. The fast lap outside the top 10 was a 1:33.6, I think. No, 1:33.4 from Hazel in P18. Cleanest driver there was Sack with the fast lap of the guys with no time penalties, I believe, as well. So we will double check that in a second.
Indeed.
I believe it was Ryan Hurricane was also the one with no time penalties. It was entertaining and interesting. There's plenty of good takes.
Yeah, but as it stands, as far as the Constructors' Championship is concerned, especially, there's no change in the gap between McLaren and Haas. Still 9 points.
And I think they'll take that, considering the actual race, the way the race went for Sack. But Sack does pick up an extra point though for no time penalties, and he has the faster lap over Hurricane by only by about 17,000 of a second. That was decided by.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was definitely close. Yeah, so Ultimate wins it with a fast lap of the race in P1 with a 1:32.4. 2nd is Path, 3rd is CJ, 4 is Waddington, 5th is Ollie, 6 is Penko, 7 is Sack, 8 is Danny, 9 is Ryan Hurricane. So let's say 7th is Sack with the fastest lap with no time penalties, so we'll pick up a point there. 10 is a Wavy. That's a point. Ryan Hurricane finishing 9th after all that. After those 3 crashes, and he still finishes in P9. 11 is Anderson, just missed out on points. P12 is Erdica, P13 is Ty, P14 is Low, P15 is Fiend, P16 is Jazzo, P17 is Hazel. Sasha will be disqualified with 24 seconds of time penalties. Ledger and Venom did not finish. So thank you, Kenzie.
Yeah, absolute pleasure. I've been trying to keep track of the championship, the predicted
It's hard.
championship standings. So yeah, so actually going to think of it. So Waddington was fourth, 12 points, plus Sachs seventh. Which, hang on a second. 1, 2, 4, 6. 6 points plus the point for the penalty free. So actually, yeah. Haas do close the gap by 1 solitary point. But also, Path in the Drivers' Championship closes the gap by 1 point as well. So 20 points between Sack and Path heading into Mexico, and this is before the incident report gets published, and 8 points between McLaren and Haas heading into the homeland of the boss, Mexico, next week.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be very interesting. We'll see what the incident report says after the race, but we'll definitely be very interesting to see where people are after the standings have been published after the incident report is. But it's going to be very, very close. The constructors are still wide open, and it's still in Sack's hands, though, even with the poor result today. But it's still in his hands.
Because he only dropped 1 point effectively today because of that. But he'll be. I've balls. Oh crap! Pardon my language. I've balls. Because Sack was
also it'll be up in a bit.
Sack was 31 points ahead. Oh, balls it up. He was 31 points ahead. He's now down to 20. His points advantage to Path has been sliced by a third. I can't believe I balls that one up.
Yeah, that's all good. But it's the standings will be updated in a bit anyway, so be Wednesday. But yeah. So thank you, Kenzie, and everybody.
Yeah.
And we'll let you shut up.
And we've got we've got the X2 coming up in just over an hour's time at 8 p.m. And I'll be back next week with my mariachi band, and we'll be heading to Mexico for round 19 of this very enthralling season. We'll see you guys next